Welcome back to MMA Al Dente. I am the guy who wasted money on the Mega Millions last night. I'm here to talk about Punahale Soriano versus Roman Kopylov. This is a pretty damn good matchup. Both guys have identical records, 9-2 for each guy professionally. Soriano is 9-2, has 6 TKO victories, 2 submissions, and 1 decision. His 2 losses are both via decision. He's lost inside the octagon twice to Brendan Allen and Nick Maximov. He has all of his finishes. All 8 finishes are inside of round 1, aside from the Dalcha Lungiambula fight, which came like 30 seconds into round 2. He's beaten some good fighters: Dusko Todorovic, Dalcha Lungiambura, Oscar Piakota, Jamie Pickett, and this solid regional guy, Jonathan Patti, I think from Hawaii. He's the guy that submitted Joseph Pfeiffer. But what's his name is Jonathan Patti is. But Soriano, yeah, he's built a nice resume so far. He didn't look great in his losses. Maximov did out hustle him, end up winning in round 3, just grinding him out. And Brendan Allen outpointed him on the feet. Kind of makes Soriano look a little limited, in my opinion. Just slinging for headshots. And Brendan Allen was really working him with body kicks. And still, Soriano, though, he's a more powerful fighter, I want to say, than Roman Kopylov, and probably than most fighters he fights. And he does apparently have wrestling in his back pocket, which could have fooled me. Roman Kopylov, he again has 9-2 record, identical record, but he's got 8 finishes via knockout and just 1 decision victory. He's got 2 losses, 1 via submission and 1 via decision, both inside the octagon, just like Soriano. We saw Albert Duraev beat him by decision, smashed his face in good, broke his nose, but Kopylov was still throwing down. Even though his face was smashed, he really impressed me with that grit in round 3. Kind of the opposite in his other loss to Carl Roberson, who took him out via round 3 submission. Just immediately, as soon as he got him on the ground, he choked him out. But it was after a big striking battle, and Carl Roberson is a force on the feet. He's out of the UFC now, but that guy, he's dangerous everywhere. He's beatable, vulnerable everywhere, but he's still dangerous everywhere, and he won a leg-kicking battle. That's pretty much what the story of that fight was, even though the grappling in the end was the story of the fight. But Carl Roberson did beat him down with leg kicks. They both hurt each other, but Carl Roberson was more dangerous. Kopylov in his last win got back on track in his last fight with a big win over Alessio Di Chirico, knocked him out in round 3, and a very impressive performance. He was winning early, then Di Chirico came back into the fight, and boom, round 3, he took over again. Overall, I like Kopylov striking a lot. I think even though the leg was the problem in the Roberson fight, the leg kicking, he's still a very good kicker himself and a very good striker. He's got 2.5 inches of reach and 1 inch or 2 inches of height on Punahale Soriano. So even though he's the less powerful striker, I expect him to win the overall point battle, unless he gets hurt more. But good diverse striker. He's got a spinning back kick to the body, knockout over someone. Got another 4th round body shot knockout over this other guy. I don't know their names. Enamoto, whatever. Anyway, I've seen the fights, but Kopylov is a dangerous, well-versed striker, I should say. I don't think he's a well-versed fighter. I do think he's lacking submission-wise, overall grappling-wise. I just don't think Soriano's got what it takes to find that hole. Soriano is a wrestler, like I said, but he doesn't really show it. He does have 2 submissions, but doesn't seem to be the submission threat that even Carl Roberson is. So I think this fight complements both of them on their feet, and I'm going with Kopylov. I think Kopylov probably has better striking overall, even though he's hittable. Again, had his face smashed and whatever, but I think he's overall better. I think he could follow that Brendan Allen blueprint, and I don't think he'll follow that exactly. I do think Soriano is going to be in this fight, especially early on. But overall, if you tell me these 2 guys are striking for 15 minutes, I'm siding with Kopylov. And I don't think the most of him is a fighter, but as a striker, he's pretty damn good. And again, he's got knockouts deep, round 4, round 3 in his last one. He keeps that power going late. He's actually got 2 finishes in round 4. And with his diversity, I just trust him to score more points. So I'm taking Kopylov. I have a sprinkle on him winning by decision at plus 400, but that's really it. Soriano, if I saw him get beaten, I would be betting on Kopylov. If I saw Soriano get finished, I would be betting on Kopylov to get a finish later. But instead, I think his path to victory is winning a decision. Soriano, he's a more concussive striker. I think he's a more powerful striker. There's a chance he gets anyone out of there early if he's landing. But Kopylov's never been knocked out, even though he's, been smashed before. He's never been finished. So I'm thinking Soriano doesn't get him out of there. And that removes a lot of his options for victory there. So we'll see what happens. I'm going Kopylov winning. But my heart's not totally into it. Like I said, just a sprinkle on plus 400 and his money line as well. He is a slight favorite at plus 130. So I did put that in a few parlays. I never mentioned the money line when that's like, my bigger bet here. But anyway, like, share, subscribe, all that horse shit, and check out my other videos.